What up, gang? I'm back. So sorry about my hiatus. Sometimes you need to just handle a few things, take care of business, but I am back. And I tried to do a live the other day and it was just like not really working. It was super glitchy, so I do apologize. I'm going to do the rest of January again because I didn't get through all the signs as well as things could have changed for you, okay? So since this is pre-recorded, we're just going to start with Aries because I'm going to be leaving timestamps. So, all right, let's see. So rest of January, Aries, let's see what's coming in for you. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel as well. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please email me at snakepetalhealing.com. I would love to do so. And upon your email, I will give you a kind of like list of what types of readings you can get, okay? All right, so, excuse me. Aries, let's see what's happening for you for the rest of January for my Aries collective. The rest of January 2026. What's popping with Aries? Spirit, please give us a clear, concise message. What is happening for Aries? Ooh, 7 of Wands. Ooh, 5 of Cups. Okay, the vibes are a little bit, stressy. We got King of Swords. Aries, what's going on? And Chariot. Okay, listen up. Aries, what I'm seeing for some of you here, there could be so the rest of January here, let me just pull a few more. I just want to get a bit more clarity before I start yapping. You know what I'm saying? Rest of January. It's getting clearer. Okay. Rest of January for Aries. Okay, Aries, we've got a little bit of anxiety the rest of January. It seems like it's around something that feels like wish fulfillment, feels like dream come true, okay? For some of you, this could be involving a partnership or it's some type of dynamic. However, I am feeling like the rest of January, it seems as though you feel like you need to defend yourself. I feel like you're trying to heal yourself and it just maybe doesn't look similar to what other people think you should be doing. And so you kind of feel on edge about that. You are trying to remain hopeful and keep kind of the higher ground and stay calm. But it just feels like there's a little bit of difficulty surrounding that. And you may kind of feel as if you are on edge. It seems as though... Let me just pull this here. Okay, so there's a bit of anxiety, a bit of regret, maybe around not taking action on certain possibilities that you may have. You may have had the opportunity to take action on things in the past that you did not capitalize on, and that reason maybe now is why you're feeling regretful, feeling stressful, okay? And if this is within a dynamic, you may be trying to heal a certain partnership of sorts. Could be romantic, could be platonic, but it maybe just feels like there's still some difficulties. There could be some regrets within the dynamic. And it seems like now you're getting more concrete on ways on how to move forward and getting yourself kind of out of this slump, okay? And we are seeing that as we get towards the end of January, there is this like moving forward and moving away from situations that are keeping you in this type of stressed, anxious energy. I do think that a lot of this is surrounding money. This could be some of you trying to move forward with following a dream, chasing a dream that possibly just you've been having difficulty doing, maybe because of financial constraints. I do feel like you're just getting serious about your next move, and there's a lot of planning, strategizing, thinking going into this. With the King of Swords, this is like executing on your mental acuity. I think that you've gained a lot of wisdom in this time frame, and you now see clearly how it is to move forward, and that's exactly what you're doing. I do feel like there could have been just this lack of taking action that was happening in the past, and maybe even still a little bit at the beginning of or sorry, the end of January there, like probably like today, a few days before. But as we get closer to the end of January and the end of the month, moving into February, you are going full speed ahead, okay? Some of you could be selling vehicles, maybe. Some of you could be selling vehicles, perhaps. There's something about the inner voice here that's coming out. Your need to kind of speak your truth when it comes to your dreams. I think that there is a very real possibility to be able to follow your dreams in that way. And I think that it's incredibly necessary for you to get the rest and rejuvenation that you need. For some of you, I feel like you maybe just feel like you can't rest, even though you've been trying to recover. It seems like the recovery process is just difficult for you, and you are basically the recovery process is difficult for you, and you are basically just trying to kind of reach a point of stability, normalcy. If this is within a dynamic as well, I feel like within a partnership, you're going to be moving away from maybe toxic patterns. There may be some boundaries that need to be set within a dynamic and some truth that needs to be spoken. But I think that if it is that you're someone that you're kind of with where you're getting like a equal give and take, they're going to be receptive to this and they're going to want to move forward with you in a positive way. There's just something about holding on to pains of the past when it comes to growing something. There could also be this energy of being afraid to make a move, but right now is the time to make a move. Also, the possibilities, there is so much more for you than you even see. And I think that there is this element of feeling nervous to do so. But as we reach the end of the month, I think that's going to be going away in a very big way for you. Vulnerability. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's something about vulnerability that is being highlighted. In any aspect of situations that we need to face, vulnerability is necessary. I think that may be hard for you when you're in a situation where you feel like you cannot handle or take care of things yourself. You may hesitate to say what it is that you need to say, and I kind of feel like that might be something that is changing, or even just needs in a situation. There is this new voice kind of coming forward here that's maybe been kind of suppressed for a while, that is no longer going to be suppressed. I am seeing very positive outcomes though, within dynamics in your life and relationships. I think that people are going to be more willing to actually help you than you realize if you need it. And there is this element of wanting to follow a certain dream that you have that I think will be quite successful if you choose to do so. So there's going to be, there's unexpected kind of shakeups within dynamics, relationship, partnerships, okay? I do think that there's some sort of unorthodox way of doing things that is coming to the forefront the end of January. It doesn't look like any relationships you've been in the past, okay? It doesn't look like any decisions that you need to make or that you've had to make in the past when it comes to moving forward with what it is that you're going after. There's this very eccentric, eclectic vibe to the partnerships in your life right now that may, and the decisions that you're making at this time that may cause disruption. But it is incredibly necessary because you are tuning into what is kind of your path for the time being, what is meant for you for the time being in the next little while. And so you're just kind of getting up to par with what your soul's mission is now asking you to do. And I think that it's just maybe a little bit hard to get other people on the same page with it. But it is coming in. You're going to be receiving this shortly. So make sure that you take action on whatever decisions that you need to make, even when this comes to money, if this comes to monetary things, if this comes to a relationship dynamic. Take the action, speak the truth, set the boundaries, execute, and you will see positive results. You're incredibly protected within your love life as well. If there are any difficulties within your love life or even within your finances at this time, I am seeing you move out of that. And it's going to just require a bit of a change of direction. And it may not look exactly what you think it's supposed to look like. And same with, the way other people may be perceiving the situation. But make no mistake, there is positive things coming in for you. I would say you're going to be getting clarification around your health, clarification around things, emotional fulfilling situations in your life that you find fulfilling. There's gonna be a lot of positivity and clarification towards that, despite kind of these feelings of anxiety, feelings of stress, feelings of defensiveness that you have going on. Okay. I did see 1010 on the timer as well, so that could be something that you're seeing, which would be further confirmation. So thank you so much for tuning in for the rest of January, and make sure to stick around for February, because I will be doing that in a few days as well. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please go ahead and email me at snakepetalhealing.com. I would love to hear from you. And follow my other socials. I have a TikTok. I have a Instagram as well, with the exact same handle. Okay. Thank you so very much, Aries. You have a wonderful rest of your January. Keep the hope alive. Keep doing what you got to do, because, it's looking good for you. Now we're going to move on to Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Hello, Taurus. Let's see what's going on for you for the rest of January. Okay. Ooh. All right, Taurus. We got 2 major arcanas right off the bat. This is telling me that there are some serious things going on the rest of January for you. And I feel like this has to do with your own powers of manifestation. Okay. Yeah, we just saw 7 of Pentacles and Ace of Pentacles on the deck. So we'll see Taurus, rest of January. Taurus, rest of January. Knight of Wands. Okay, 2 of these wanted to come out. Okay, Taurus. Let's see. Taurus, there seems to be the rest of January, you are strategizing on how it is that you can make something happen here. Okay, there's a lot of spiritual downloads for you that's coming in as well the rest of January. There's been a brand new kind of light that's gone off for you within your spiritual development, and this is opening a new door to spirit. There may have been something that you've done that actually is bringing you closer to spirit than you've been before. There's some sort of like upgrade happening, or a realization of sorts that I'm seeing for the rest of January for you. And yeah, we're talking about your ability to manifest, your ability to make things happen. Okay, you're strategizing big time. When we see the Queen of Swords here, there is this strategizing energy happening. I feel like you're feeling very, very passionate when it comes to maybe creative endeavors or whatever it is that you may be working on. There's this new kind of passionate energy that's coming forward. Yeah, you're taking action on goals and things that you have. You are healing kind of self-worth problems and attachments that may be affecting how it is that you move forward with your path in life. And yeah, there could also be action within your love life as well. People could be just seeing you as more attractive. People could just be feeling more attracted to you, and people may be taking action in regards to that. But I am kind of seeing this more so as like you taking action on things that inspire you and doing more creative things. Maybe you've taken a small break when it comes to your creativity, if you're creators of sorts, and now those things are kind of coming to the forefront again the end of January. So I'm feeling as though there is this overcoming of negative emotions, maybe surrounding distrust, surrounding maybe money, surrounding attachments that you've had to maybe people, places, things. Okay, you are overcoming obstacles when it comes to shadow elements of self, and you're not wanting to withhold. Okay, there's this element of no longer wanting to withhold, and maybe just being a bit more free when it comes to letting go of things. You're not holding on to things as much anymore as you used to. You are maybe not letting yourself spiral within anxiety and pushing yourself to darker spaces within your mind any longer. And I'm seeing that be very beneficial for you, especially towards the ends of January, because there's some sort of positive thing coming in here. And I do see this as like overcoming this kind of negative spirally kind of thought process that you may have. But it's also recognition from the people around you, okay? There's Virgo, Capricorn, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo that you may be dealing with as well. I'm honestly seeing when it comes to love, I'm seeing that, you're kind of feeling passion with someone that you care about, I would say, or if you're single, this is just like a more flirty, vibey energy that's coming up towards the end of January. And you could be taking steps if you're in a dynamic to kind of heal the relationship and become closer with your partner. And if that is not the case, then there could be family members that you're healing a dynamic with that maybe wasn't super healthy in the past, and things are starting to kind of look up in that sense towards the end. Oh, okay. So this is surrounding financial constraints, but it's good because you're overcoming this. So there are certain ideas that you have about your monetary current life that are really unhealthy for you, because it's this element of like holding on very tightly to things and panicking because of financial constraints. I'm seeing you overcome that. And with door to value, there's this new kind of stability that's coming in for you that's going to be bringing more money into your life, okay? So I think that is super awesome. Yeah, so get ready to be seen. If you have like a business or something like that, there's going to be more people seeing you towards the ends of January. You might be getting recognized for that, okay? Vulnerability, Aries got the same thing. So yeah, there is this element of vulnerability, and we do often feel vulnerable when we don't have enough, right? This can bring feelings of shame. This can bring feelings of embarrassment, stuff like that. But just know that, in order to build something, usually you have to start from scratch, and it's okay sometimes. Like they always say, things are often, chopped and cooked before they're... Things are often chopped before they're cooked and ate or something. I don't know. That's funny. Yeah, exactly. Transition period, and you're allowing it, allowing yourself to be in the space of growth, no longer punishing yourself for not being exactly where it is that you want to be at this time being. And I think that that's really awesome for you, right? Let all these different sides of self come forward with these 3 skulls, right? There are different periods in our life when we need to be different people, and I think that you're releasing who you used to need to be, and now kind of embracing the you that is required of you for the next moments, right? Pluto, Gemini, 6th house. Yeah, so I mean, these are our everyday routines. These are the things that we're doing. There also could be possible stomach lining repair. If there's anything to do with any kind of stomach problems you have, these could be coming to the forefront as well towards the end of January to be transformed. There's just something about you taking you're taking action, but it's like you're thinking about doing it. There is like laying down ground rules and plans coming forward when it comes to, I think, new business ventures, and there could be an element of maybe even online stuff that you're starting to do, or you're just wrapping up old cycles, okay? So that's what I am seeing for the end of January for you. Please stick around because I will be doing February's reading here shortly as well. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, please email me at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. I would love to read for you, do a personal reading. And please don't forget to follow me on socials. I have TikTok, I have Instagram as well, all the same handle. All right. So thank you so very much. Have a great rest of your January, and I'll catch you later. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Or wait. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Gemini. I skipped you. Rude. Hey, Gemini. Let's get into your rest of January reading, okay? Let's see what's going on for you. For my Gemini collective spirit, please give me a efficient and clear reading for my Geminis. Gemini. What's going on the rest of January for you? We got Queen of Pentacles. Gemini, what's going on the rest of January for you? Okay. Gemini. What's going on the rest of January for you? Ooh, Gemini. Okay, what's going on with that? All right, Gemini, we see love, we see emotional offers, passion. Oops, dropped them. Okay. Okay, Gemini, let's see what's happening for you. All right, a lot of people are kind of in the financial constraint situation. All right, Gemini, you could also be involved with a Taurus individual, if that's true, and you may have come up in Taurus's reading a bit. Wow, the vibes are pretty similar for a lot of these piles. Okay, let's see here. Rest of January for you, Gemini. Okay, so we've got some financial constraints here going on, rest of Gemini. However, I do feel as though, you could be dealing with someone who is having financial constraints that could be kind of stressing you out. If that's not the case, this could also just be that you are having kind of financial constraints and you're being urged to kind of save your money and not overspend here as we move into February. You are fairly stable. I think that you do have what it is you need, but you may just have enough and maybe not have as much as you're used to. There could have been some sort of demotion in some sense when it comes to your monetary income that, like maybe you're like going back to school or you're taking a course or something, or you're taking a break of some sort. That's what I am seeing at this time. It seems as though as well, some of you could be learning a new skill or practicing learning a new skill, taking a course, something like that, starting out building something. And I'm seeing you take action towards that. Now is definitely a time for action, not so much wishful thinking. So I do want to put that out there because, sometimes we can stay caught up in these ideas of things without kind of efficiently moving forward. And right now is a time for action. If you want to get more monetary value, it may not be as much as you're used to, but it is a very good start. Okay. That's kind of what I'm picking up on here. So I'm also seeing you do some major healing. When it comes to getting yourself out of a situation. I think that there could have been some... Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. Gemini, it almost seems like you may have emotional outbursts at times, right? And you may feel as though you're healing, doing so good, and then right after that, it's like, happens again. Okay, so that could be a little bit of a thing that I'm seeing here. However, you're doing well in trying to balance yourself. It's something to do with the heart space. I just get the feeling that emotionally, when you feel as though your heart is being taken for granted in a way, you kind of crash out. However, the end of January, there's going to be this like recognition moment with how much that you have actually healed. And I think people are going to be saying that to you. I think people are going to be telling you that you've come a long way. They're going to be saying that they see the difference in you. I also feel like you're going to be giving off this type of angelic effect as well to all the people around you at this time. We do want to just be cognizant of hostilities that may be had. If you need to be around anybody that you're kind of hostile towards, just kind of be careful because You don't want to be too hostile to the point where you're going to regret it. And if someone is being hostile to you, just try your best maybe to mind your business and see if you can kind of like de-escalate the situation or just get away, you know, if you can. I think that would be most beneficial for you to avoid doing anything that may affect you or alter you kind of later on. I think the astrology currently at this time is a bit volatile is what I keep seeing from astrologers. However, I have not looked myself. So, it might be with a Virgo. Could be a Virgo individual that something to do with their hostilities towards you. Or possibly your hostilities towards them. But whatever this Virgo may be, this could be a Virgo or this could just be like you analyzing aspects of self and how certain situations make you feel hostile and, you know, how they make you act and kind of just thinking about that. If that's not the case though, and like thinking about ways in which you're kind of your own jailer, right? When it comes to these things, that's what I'm seeing in January, like a lot of introspection kind of surrounding your actions and the way that you emotionally handle things. Now, if that's not the case, there could be a Virgo individual in your life that there are hostilities with, because there is some sort of surrounding disempowerment within the dynamic and the ability to be maybe vulnerable within the heart space with someone. Just know that there are plenty options and ways to move forward with this person. Let me see here. What should Gemini do regarding this Virgo? The Virgo that's pissed. They're urging you to change direction here and maybe just move into a new kind of direction, because it's almost like if someone doesn't want to, somebody is upset about someone's lack of action, okay? And you can't really make anybody move. Do you know what I mean? Like, things are actually already in motion is what may not fully be seen within the dynamic, but you know, there's been a lot of waiting, and I think now the hostility is coming forward in regards to this, and you're being urged to just kind of move away from it. Don't torture yourself in this aspect. Get to safety, okay? Yeah, it's like, because we're talking about expectations that are had that maybe are just not fully rooted in reality, not fully realistic. Not maybe having the capacity to take on whatever emotional burden that may be at the time is kind of what I'm seeing. And you have the capability to envision more. You have the capability to see more for yourself. Dare I say it? There, I said it. So, you know, dream bigger. You know, don't let... And if this is also this capacity situation with the visionary card as well, whenever it comes to analyzing habits about self and emotions of self and things of that sort, it's like the reason why you have these problems in these dynamics is not because there's anything inherently wrong with you, okay? The reason is you do not have the emotional capacity when you're putting yourself in these situations. You don't have the emotional capacity to handle these dynamics. And so hostilities arise because, well, you're just biting off more than you can chew. So let's be realistic about your amount of what you can kind of handle at the time, and it'll decrease these. You may be having a realization as well, like, I just literally can't be around that person, right? Yeah, there's something about what it is that you do, your day-to-day, your routine. If you're having any issues with your stomach, that could be kind of coming up as well. But there's a deep dive into this scenario, into this situation. And things that are meant for you in your life and things that are not. And that's kind of what I'm seeing for you, okay, Gemini? Thank you so very much for hanging out for a bit. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps my channel. As well as if you want to book a personal reading with me, you can send me an email at snakepetalhealing at gmail.com. And please don't forget to follow my other socials if you're interested. I have TikTok. I also have Instagram with the exact same handle. All right, so let's move on to Cancer. Hey, Cancer. Thank you so much for coming to see me today. Let's see what's going on for the rest of January for you, right? Let's see what's popping for the rest of January for Cancer. What is on the menu? Oh, we got King of Cups. There you are, I believe. Cancer, rest of January. Let's see what's going on. Okay, Nine of Swords. Rest of January. Let's see what's going on. Rest of January. Let's see what's going on. Rest of January. Oh my goodness. Cards are just... Let's see what's going on for the rest of January for Cancer, please. Please give me a concise reading. Oh, we got Temperance. Okay. Oh, we got... Okay, Cancer. Rest of January, we could have a job offer coming in. Or this could be you working it out with someone as well. Alright, rest of January with Cancer. Cancer, rest of January. Ooh, we got Temperance and Healer of Ages, so, you know. Major healing vibes. Major healing vibes. You guys watch Major Pain? That movie is so funny. Are you guys watching it at the end of January or something? Okay. So. Rest of January for you, Cancer. I'm seeing that there is a healing currently of your self-worth, your third chakra, how it is that you feel about yourself, how it is you show up in the world, your ability to give to the people around you, and how you show up emotionally. I am seeing you as very stable emotionally, okay? There's nothing wrong with that. If you're dealing with a water sign male individual, this person is also showing up in a stable way for you. However, there may be some arguments, some doubts surrounding a relationship. If you are in a relationship with a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio individual, there may be some fears surrounding the relationship, the broken heart. These are actually fears coming out from within you, okay? Now, if you're not within a relationship dynamic, then these are feelings about... hurt feelings about how to mend your heart. Okay, so some of you may have been very kind of heartbroken in the past, and you may feel like, you know, I'm just feeling like I'm not getting out of this. I feel like this space in my heart is still very bare. It's still very sore. It hurts so much. And it may be affecting your ability to bond with potential suitors, or even just be vulnerable with the people around you, okay? So that is something that I'm seeing. But I will say that it's not so much the people that you have around you, okay? So we're seeing insecurities come up. You may also be having nightmares the end of January. Those could be something prevalent at the time. You may be having recurring nightmares about situations that have happened to you or something of that sort. So that is something that we're seeing here. For some reason, I don't want to stop. Cancer, this always happens with you. When I do the Cancer reading, it's like I just feel like I need to keep talking to you guys. So keep going deeper and deeper about it. Because, yeah, there's this kind of like, kind of a little bit of scaredness to move out of a situation that is familiar to you, or maybe to fully give your heart up to someone, or even just to reopen your heart. Okay. So that's kind of what I'm feeling for you guys. It's just been so much pain, so much betrayal, perhaps, that it's like, oh my God, I just don't feel ready. I do not feel ready. I do not feel ready. However, Spirit thinks otherwise, because there's a serious healing coming in. The Temperance is here, as well as Healer of Ages. This is saying seeing all sides of the situation. I feel like at a certain point you may have like a spiral moment. This could be prompted by like a nightmare that you have, or like some sort of very real feeling anxiety, or like, kind of daydream scenario, or thinking back on something. It could have been triggering for you, but your self-esteem is growing as well. It's kind of like you're just having a bit of a faltering moment in between, but it doesn't mean that the progress has been undone. I actually think that this might be the small breakdown that's needed to kind of reclaim the sovereignty, okay? Because the healing is very apparent, and you actually are ready to spread your wings and be more open, be more vulnerable with the people around you. As well as with yourself, and be accepting and loving to yourself. And that is something that I am seeing coming in. I guess yeah, you could also be healing from a situation. You could be feeling a lot better towards very close to the very end of the week here. Towards like, early February. You could be feeling really good. I am seeing towards the end of the month, like last few days of the month, you could be having more money come in for you. You could be doing things on social media that may be getting you paid. Or there is this new type of stability coming in surrounding your monetary situation. A cycle that has been open for a while is finally closed, and there is going to be much more. I am sick of this happening with these cards falling every GD time. Gets on my nerves. Like, clearly my station needs a little revamp, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't have that much space. Okay. Where were we? Yeah, I think that, good things are coming in for you. Positive situations are coming in for you. If you were kind of in a little bit of a tiffy about how someone may be feeling about you, there's going to be reassurance coming in. And there's going to be a cycle closed here, and you're going to be making more money somehow is coming in for you towards the end of the month. Yeah, because you're activating stability. Not only stability within your finance perhaps, but also stability within yourself. Because you're taking action, and you're fighting the inner saboteur, okay? So when you start to see yourself do sabotagey things in any way to yourself, or try to put yourself down in any way, you're like being like, no, we're not doing this anymore. There's new healing capabilities being activated. You're taking the first steps, you're taking the baby steps towards being more confident in your own skin, and being more open and willing to trust the people around you. And I think that that's important, because it's very helpful. But these people need to be trustworthy, right? At the end of the day. Yeah, like your creativity, love, romance sector is opening back up with Mars, with Aquarius. You may be starting to find yourself attracted to different kind of characters than usual. You may be just having more fun when it comes to your creativity. Also, do beware for children. That could be a thing. If you don't want that to happen, take proper measures during fun time. But yeah, there's a new kind of eclectic, unorthodox way of how you're interacting with pleasure within your life. that's going to be becoming apparent the end of January. Okay, Cancer, thank you very much for hanging out with me here. I'm giving you the rest of January reading. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, because this really helps my channel. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please email me at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. I would love to read for you. I'm going to go ahead and move on now to Leo. Hey, Leo, how is it going? We got, what is that? Judgment. Hey, Leo, how's it going? Let's look at the rest of January for you. You may be stepping into a calling. Leo, rest of January. Let's see what's going on for Leo. Spirit, please give me a precise message for Leo and the rest of January. There it is. Same card. Yeah, something's going on. Are you answering the call? Who's calling? Who's calling, Leo? Rest of January. Ooh. Ooh. 7 of Wands. Okay. Maybe the call was a bit stressful. Oh, got a nice sandwich here with the 9 of Cups and the Judgment in between. 4 of Cups, 7 of Wands. Let me just pull a couple more here for Leo. Leo, what's going on? Leo, rest of January. Leo, I feel like that's a song that I just don't even know. The cards are just always flopping out. Like, what the heck? I think that was adjacent possibilities. Oh, yeah, it is. Adjacent possibilities right over the Judgment. Cool. Very cool. All right, Leo. Meh. We got man holding a heart. Leo. Uh-oh. We got Deceit. Okay. 9 of Cups, anxiety. Okay, Leo. What am I picking up on here? Okay, I think that there's a situation. I feel like something that you may have been afraid of is going to come to the light, is coming to the light. And I don't want to scare you. Now, this could be in regards to a different situation as well, right? This could be in regards to someone else. But, however, there is going to be a new beginning here once the truth is spoken. This is like a little bit dramatic for Leo. The rest of January here, it seems as though you've been changing, and it's become quite apparent to you that you feel differently. You've been taking different action. You've been maybe making different moves, or at least thinking about doing it. It's a new you coming forward, and there are plenty of options, and I think you're starting to see that. And if some of you are in a relationship, the energy I'm kind of picking up on is that you might have a wandering eye, and you may have kept some secrets, maybe from a partnership. Okay. And hey, I'm not here to judge. I'm not the police. I don't know your situation. I don't know it. So, I feel like people are not fully supporting the new you. And this could be also making you feel like uncomfortable. Or feeling like anxious, because we do have this element of anxiety that is present for kind of the following week, but there's also this, the things that people are not agreeing with make you happy. So, like, what are you supposed to do about that? Right? It's your truth. So are people supposed to be mad about it, or like just get with the program? I kind of feel like there could be a relationship dynamic that you may be fixating on. There could be possibly a missed opportunity with someone who you feel like maybe they gave more in the relationship and you're thinking about it. This could be currently going on at the time, okay? I think that this person may feel as though there are things that you did within the relationship that seem deceitful, that you always feel like you need to defend yourself from. However, at the time, there could have been liquor involved. There could have been overindulgence involved, you were happy doing that. So to you, it's like, this is how I am, right? You can say that I'm this way, but, you know, I'm sorry that it maybe hurts you, but it's what I need to do at the time. So, Leo, I'm not fully like really understanding this, and hopefully this is clicking for you. And this could also be with the other person. Oh, I need to plug this in. Right? This could also be a dynamic from another person. Oh my gosh. Yes, everything falls. Screw it. Literally. Maybe that's how you're like, burn it to the ground. I've seen Leos kind of do that, but they do it in a way that is like, hee, oops, I just burnt the house down. Right? And everyone's like, and Leo's like, I might do it next week too. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there could be this fixation on maybe what was said, what was done within a dynamic where you maybe did not look like the star player. Okay, you did not look like the most upstanding citizen in regards to it. But I mean, I'm also seeing that you're trying to take action here when it comes to, I don't know, some of you could be like, getting checkups and stuff, even like sexual health checkups. That could be something that's happening. But yeah, there is this kind of new you, Leo, that I'm seeing that is just like, I feel like you're kind of like take it or leave it. I feel like you may be the villain in some people's stories, but it's kind of like, so sorry about that, bruh. But I had to do me, right? And you really do have to do you sometime. I do think that it would be beneficial for, because you're going through this transition, okay, this new identity of who you are that maybe is ruffling feathers a bit. Listening and having grace within the dynamic is good too. Let's not be brash to people and really like, you know, be like, well, this is what it is. You have to deal with it, even though it's kind of true. Let's hold more space for listening to people's opinions and hearing their sides of the story. Leo, I am so sorry that this is what's coming out, but yeah, if someone's name is Grace in your life, they might not be trustworthy. Maybe you like are realizing that you didn't hear someone out. You wish you would have. Now you're kind of replaying this you know, situation like it's a coulda woulda situation, and maybe there's something coming to the forefront here, these realizations that are making you like kind of fully realize that. And you know, do give yourself grace as well when it comes to forgiving oneself for maybe not being the best in the moment. Sometimes we go through things and it's just, it happens, right? You're changing. There was catalyst. There may have been events that led you to kind of act the way that you did. And, you know, you don't have to beat yourself up for that forever. There's a lot of like thinking about that coming in. And if you are drinking during this time, it will increase your anxiety is what I'm seeing. But like these realizations are just part of like moving on to higher levels, okay? Because we need to have these moments of like reassessment to be able to actually like move forward and see like, oh snap, this is what I've been doing, right? This is what I've been doing. It's not ideal. I didn't realize it. I didn't know how it was affecting people. And now it's time to change. And like I said, maybe it's not your energy. This could be someone else's energy in your life. Now's the time to dream up the version of self that you want to be. The connection that you want. That's right. Yes, because you are worthy and you can be stable. Now's the time to dream up who it is that you want to show up as. If you have not been showing up as the best version of self as of yet, now is the time, because Now's the time to take action with the Magician in the mirror. Go ahead and just do it. Go ahead and do it. You're going to be healing parts of yourself. You're going to be opening up even further. We've got 4th house, Cancer, Mars. Yeah, I think this has to do with feelings of security, the home, possibly mother wounds. With a double Cancer here, you know, you could be realizing that the reason that you're acting certain ways in dynamics is because of some sort of mother wounds. But deep realization surrounding this and moving forward with becoming more stable. You could also be handling some affairs with a household. So, I mean, that's very broad, but I was kind of thinking about like selling a house, listing a house, you know, something like that, moving. I don't know. There's something of that sort, okay? Thank you so much, Leo. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because it really helps my channel. Please come back later because I'm going to be doing the February reading. And don't forget to follow my socials. I've got TikTok, I've got Instagram, and send me an email at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com if you would like a personal reading. I would love to read for you. All right, who's after Leo now? Virgo. Oh, my throat's a little dry. All right, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you the rest of January, Virgo. What's happening? Rest of January, Virgo. Death card. Transformation. Rest of January, Virgo. Rest of January, Virgo. We got Page of Wands. Rest of January, Virgo. Rest of January. We got 5 of Swords. Rest of January, Virgo. Rest of January. Tower. Okay, we got some stuff happening here. We got some stuff happening here. Let's see what's going on. Virgo, rest of January. Rest of January. Virgo. Oh, great. That really lightened that load, didn't it? Death card with Blossoming Abundance. Great transformation into more positivity. More positive things coming in your life. All right, Virgo, rest of January. Ooh, hostilities. Ooh, all tied up. Virgo, rest of January. Virgo, rest of January. Okay, Virgo. We've got new beginnings here. We've got a lighthearted approach, maybe when it comes to friendships. I do feel like you're focusing on not only yourself, but building something. You could also be focusing on a commitment as well. Let's see. For some of you, there could be a truth coming forward. Some sort of secret coming forward as well. But something will be communicated. We'll look into that in a moment because it's kind of like what, but let's see. I feel like there's going to be transformation surrounding your abundance. You're moving into a new cycle of abundance. In the end of January, you're going to be seeing that. There's a lot of positivity coming together. There may be some hostility surrounding communication. There may be like a younger fire sign individual that may have some hostilities towards you, that you may have to talk to them about. Let's pull on this, Virgo. What's this? Okay, when it comes to building, there could be an element of distrust. Yeah, there could be something to do with collaboration and community that there may be some hostilities surrounding. Okay. There's an element of distrust and maybe even control from a fire sign. I am seeing Aries individual here. That may have sparked something to do with communication, something to do with some form of collaboration. Now, that being said, there could also be this element within work that has hostilities. If you are working, and if you do any sort of like delivery or anything like that, there could be some hostilities surrounding that too. Something to do with your boss, okay? I feel like your boss might want to talk to you about something, or some sort of authority figure may want to talk to you about something. Something about the collaboration within the dynamic, that there are hostilities involved because there's some element of like holding on too tightly or not giving out enough, okay? There's some element of not, of holding back that I think needs to be talked about. And I think that that's going to be something that's going to be talked about. Now, on the bright side, the hostilities are there, but there is the Page of Wands. So for me, it's like, oh, also you might be seeing 555 a lot, which would be further confirmation. But this seeing the Page of Wands is like, oh, it's like good news. So the hostilities will be resolved, okay? But we're moving also into the Five of Swords and the All Tied Up. You may be beating yourself up for any type of criticism that comes in, okay? No bullying. And if other people are saying things about you as well, it's making you feel bad. You could also be having some money troubles. Let's see here. But there is money coming in for you, okay? This just requires a change of perspective. Sorry, Virgo, it's getting a little bit. Computer's just talking. It's getting loud now. So you may be beating yourself up currently for being busy. There's 555 here again, so that is seriously, that means change is incoming. There could be a new opportunity here coming in for you, but there's some element of you feeling super tied up, all tied up, preoccupied, already being allotted to, already being accounted for, or something like that. I think when it comes to your finances or some type of new, some type of second chance from an individual, okay? You could be feeling a little bit like you're being bullied, or as if you're being kind of attacked, and it's making you feel like really bad, okay? But it's almost like you feel like, well, there's not really much I can do, like, you know, I'm literally already stuck here. But the thing is, you know, it may be time to break out. I think that there's going to be new engagement and kind of like vulnerability within a community or even within a dynamic. If you're dealing with a father figure here, there could be some leeway when it comes to finding higher ground, or even an authoritative figure of sorts, or, you know, there could be some leeway regarding that, where things kind of increase. You could also be celebrating with an Aries individual as well, come the end of the month. There could be someone that you find very attractive that you're going to be, could be a fire sign, could be a water sign. I think whoever this is, you're growing within a dynamic, maybe after a period of rest or a period of conflict. What's the Tower with the first chakra here? This is surrounding stability. What's going on? What's going on with this, Virgo? There's a change taking place within romance. This Aries person keeps coming up big time within your reading, okay? So towards the end of the month here, as we get closer to the end of the month, there may be some revelations surrounding a romantic dynamic that feel unexpected. But this is regarding stability. I do think that this is positive because... Oh, I see. There's a dynamic that you're in that feels very, very positive to you if you're in one, in a romantic dynamic with the Ten of Cups here. But there may just be a difficulty when it comes to balancing it that I'm seeing for you that's causing kind of some troubles. Goodness gracious, Virgo, I am so sorry. I'm having a little bit of a hard time reading this. I'm trying to get all the energies sorted. But there's going to be conversation. Yeah, there's going to be conversation coming forward. And, things are going to be said. Boundaries are going to be made clear. I think that things are going to get structured and organized within the dynamic. And I'm seeing that kind of have a positive outcome. Now, if anyone's trying to come against you in any negative way, that's wrong. You will be coming out on top in regards to this. Yeah, it's just a matter of like... Yeah, if there's any type of dynamic with anybody, okay, that's coming up that you feel like is unfavorable, it's actually going to become favorable for you. There's just like a bit of a journey to get to where it is you want to go, and you're going to need to speak your truth. I think this person is going to need to speak their truth, and there's going to need to be some shadow work done as well. I just kind of get the vibe that there's this energy of someone just working through their situations, working through their bad habits, working through, things that are not absolutely deal breakers, but situations maybe within job or within romance that are not particularly ideal. And so that's what I'm getting. Let's see, Virgo. Yeah, potential and responsibility and allowing pleasure. Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, maybe there's just potential and, this holding back that is causing someone to feel like, what's going on within the dynamic, within your job or relationship or within, any type of situation. There is a responsibility when you do agree to kind of, undergo a situation with another person, and sometimes we can falter, and I feel like it's just like an intervention talk like that. That's what I'm seeing coming in for you. Yeah, this is like expansive, newer. This is expansion of intimacy and going deeper within what it is that we do, maybe within philosophies and ways of handling things within life. Okay, these are brand new kind of ideas coming forward about how to handle things and how to actually plumb the depths that are required to execute certain things, okay? Geez Louise, Virgo, you guys kind of gave me a run for my money there with that one. It was kind of like a doozy. So thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and move on to Libras. Please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, don't forget to email me at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. I would love to. As well as do follow me on my other socials. I've got a TikTok and I've also got an Instagram. And the handle is the exact same, so you know where to find me, okay? Thank you so much, Virgo. We'll catch you next week when we talk about what's coming in for February. Hopefully that one will be a little bit more clear. All right, so Virgo and Libra. Hi, Libra. How are you? Let's talk about the rest of January, okay? Libra's the rest of January. Let's see what's going on. Ooh, we got love offer. Libra and the rest of January. Libras and the rest of January. Ooh, we got an Emperor. Libras and the rest of January. Libra and the rest of January. Got 3 of Wands. Libra and the rest of January. Ooh. And Judgment. All right, Libra, rest of January. Libra, are you like crushing on someone at your work perchance? Rest of January. Libra. How cute. This looks so cute for you, Libra. Okay, so what this is giving is that confession of feelings. I do think that somebody is going to be maybe confessing their feelings to you this last week here. Could be a Leo, could be an Aries, could be a Libra as well. But yeah, I think that someone could be coming forward to tell you that they care about you. Somebody's been crushing on you. They really see you as a potential mate. They see you as serious, like a serious thing. And they want to say it. They've been having a difficulty talking about it. I am seeing that coming forward. Now, if it's not a romantic thing, this could also just be you being more open and allowing more vulnerability and intimacy within your life, okay? So that could be something that you have previously found difficult that you're kind of moving past. We also have, you could be dealing with a father figure as well. If so, there could be more emotional connection and just reconnection with this person that I'm seeing the end of January as well. If this is a authoritative figure, you may actually have a crush on this person. They may have a crush on you. I am kind of just seeing someone as like taking action towards you in a relationship and just kind of like taking the reins and like taking the wheel when it comes to this dynamic and wielding it and moving it in the direction that they want. With the Emperor here and the Angel of Love. I'm feeling like someone just like getting serious about love. Now, the funny thing is, I think that you maybe think that you fear that there are there's not truth to this. That's what you're fearing. Okay. Let's look for, I actually think that this has a lot of a possibility for abundance. Also, did I mention that you may be just having more emotional connection with your boss, with your father figure as well, if possible, or a father figure in your life? It seems like this rest of January for you is all about balance and like just like emotional intimacy and just allowing that to be what it is, because I feel like Libra, you have this fear of like being duped. You have this fear of being tricked, and it's like whatever this dynamic is, it's like, no, I think it's coming in here for the long run. It's coming in here slowly. Like maybe it's just taken so long. Something has taken so long that you doubt its authenticity at this point. But it seems as though it is authentic to me. The only thing about that is that, you know, if either of you have any type of jealousy or envy problems towards one another, this is what's been holding it up. Okay. Or maybe even feelings of unworthiness, right? Or someone not having enough. This has been holding things up through whatever this dynamic is. Although the ships are coming in, I think let's pay attention to what is now here, and we'll, you know, watch in the future for what is coming in. And I think it's a good way to kind of make sure that nothing kind of too crazy happens too quickly. Go ahead and just remain balanced through that and make sure that you look for indicators that show a progression and a moving forward steadily, right? Because, yeah, I mean, you're being asked here to use your voice. if necessary. Just keep an eye on this, whatever this is. It's like you should be, you know, analyzing it. Like, I know there are fears behind this and it's important, but you should be vocalizing, you should be analyzing, you should be keeping an eye on it as it grows, because it's just like it's just the best way to do things. Yeah, here we go. Worthy. Something to do with worthiness. Okay, you are worthy of having this, creating this, whatever it is that you want. There is an element of attachment to maybe the past that is causing you to think, like I said, the level of inauthenticity of sorts. Yeah, it could be also just like a friendship dynamic that maybe is turning into a romance or something like that. There is expansion. It might not look as, you know, how you want it to in the beginning. But there is expansion, there's pleasure, there's fun. You know, there's beauty, there's a little bit of surprise. And honestly, Libra, I'm going to leave it here because I am a little bit confused by your guys' reading too. Okay? But yeah, I think let's stay evidence-based more so instead of allowing ourselves to get wish-washed away by something that maybe doesn't need us to be as concerned as we are about it, okay? So yeah, thank you so much, Libra. Please join me for the next time when I talk about what's coming in for February. Please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to follow me on my other socials, it's all the same handle. I have a TikTok and an Instagram. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please do send me a message at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. You also could be seeing 111, and that would be further confirmation for you, okay? Or 1111. All right, so Scorpio. Let's see what's happening for Scorpio. Rest of January. Scorpio, what's happening for you the rest of January? Boom, new beginnings. Scorpio, what's happening to you for the rest of January? A lot going on, though. We got a lot of balancing and, you know, taking care of business here. King of Pentacles. And we got... just pull a couple more for this Scorpio. Scorpio. Yeesh. Okay. Scorpio, end of January. Right. There's some sort of healing coming in within your romantic sector as well as within your community, okay? There's this new kind of lighthearted energy that you're approaching a situation with. I feel as though it's like some sort of new beginning here. It may be coming from a space of this like Eight of Swords energy where it's like we can sometimes be our own jailer. As you can see, she's caught up in this and she's stuck. If she moves and starts being frantic, she feels she's more stuck. But if she just actually takes a minute to breathe and like slowly moves out, you'll realize that they're not even tight on her arms and she can easily get out, okay? So it's kind of like a situation like that I'm seeing. Sorry, my hand's itchy. And so, yeah, I'm seeing you move forward very lightheartedly towards something, some form of new beginning. So this would maybe tell me that, I guess I'm not sure if it's related to a situation, but I'm guessing that it is related to a situation that already has happened. There's something about taking action towards like renewal towards it. Or just like stepping into this brand new kind of vibe, brand new era, and just being like, yeah, whatever happens, happens. Kind of picking up that type of energy from you, Scorpio, which is like, yes, Scorpios can have that. As much as like you guys are so deep and like very, you know, also sometimes nonchalant, or sorry, very chalant, you can have that energy too. I do feel like you have a lot of stuff going on though, and there's a lot of balancing here because when it comes to money, I feel like you're kind of really trying to balance everything so that you can be okay, you know, when it comes to finances and things of that sort. I do think that someone may be coming in to offer you a hand, possibly a female figure here. This could be some sort of earth sign. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We also have Aries and Aquarius here in your reading, and Leo. But someone could be offering you, maybe someone's going to be offering you another job or something too. You may have the opportunity, capability. Okay, you may have the opportunity to take on another job as well. And so that might be something that you're going to be doing. But I just feel like you're trying to really like work as much as you can, maybe stack bread as much as you can. But you have a lot of stuff going on. Like you're taking care of a lot of responsibilities is what I'm seeing for you. I feel like you're trying to maybe combat some spending habits. And I think you're actually trying to combat this maybe being a little bit too, dare I say, emotionally erratic. This is something that I'm picking up on intuitively more so. You're trying to be more stable, okay? You're trying to do that. You're fighting like a shadow side of just wanting to be more stable. And so, you know, you're doing what you have to do. I think you've realized that sometimes you get in your own way when it comes to things that you want because of the emotional instability that sometimes comes from you. And I'm seeing you embody this more so because you're intentional about it now. You're thinking about it towards the end of Jan. There is maybe periods of isolation that you're taking. You may be spending some alone time here just to rebalance self. You could be having like some stomach issues and maybe some issues with your urinary tract as well that could be affecting you during this time. And you may just be like taking a little bit time to heal and like cool out. But there's like an introspective energy as well that you're embodying during this time. I feel as though you're feeling very capable and you're feeling very tapped in. There is like a big healing going on within your friendships and also within your romantic life as well. There is just more being given and offered to you at this time. And if you don't see it just yet, it is coming in shortly. Yeah, this introspection is surrounding, I think, resources, creativity, maybe what it is we bring to the table as well. Yeah, there's this like self-awareness, yeah, with expectation and identity. Yeah, maybe there's certain things that are expected of you or that you expect of someone that are kind of coming to the forefront at this time as well. And you've been thinking a lot about that. Like I am seeing that you're quite in your head quite a bit. And you're kind of analyzing your identity a bit. What you allow, what you don't allow. I think you are allowing vulnerability to be able to like be open about things, talk about things. Maybe more so just to kind of get stuff off your chest. And I think that you're starting to, maybe you're embodying this kind of like brand new eclectic kind of energy because it's like there's an expectation and then there's also a reality of the situation that is being kind of highlighted at this time. So I think that you're having that type of realization about something within your life. And it's affecting your identity in some way. Whatever this expectation versus reality is, it's affecting your identity in the way that you see yourself. And so this has caused you to be kind of in a state of more introspection and become like a big thing for change. Yeah, it's about philosophy. You know, you're expanding your philosophies maybe around pleasure or maybe around creativity. And it's going to be a little bit unexpected and unorthodox the way that you come to your conclusion or your, you know, come to your conclusion for this. It's like confused me a little bit, but I think you'll know what it means. All right, Scorpio, so get ready for more love and more healing and all that. And, you know, kudos on the ability to be vulnerable when you needed to, you know what I mean? I think that's very important The financial constraints, they may start to work themselves out a bit more once you kind of step out of your comfort zone when it comes to how it is that you might be making money as well. Okay, so that could be something that's coming forward too. Thank you so much, Scorpio. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and because it really helps my channel. And if you want to book a personal reading with me, go ahead and send me an email at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. I would love to. Also, don't forget to follow my other socials. I have TikTok and I have Instagram. And don't forget to follow me soon because I'll be back with February's prediction. Okay, so what's after Scorpio? Sag. Hey, Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening for the rest of January for you, okay? Sagittarius. Why do I always have to say that like Notorious with Sagittarius? Ooh, we got the Sun in the Wheel of Fortune. This is great. This is very positive for you. Ooh, yeah. King of Penties. King of Penties. What? King of Panties? Is that what we're talking about here? Okay, I don't know. Okay, so Sag, end of January. How cute! How cute! How cute! Something cute going on here. There's budding emotion. There is building on emotion. Okay, on subconscious conflicts. There's mending and there's changing of cycles from instability to stability. Okay. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see. End of Jan. Ooh, double Leo. What the frig? And Sagittarius, end of January. Sagittarius, end of January. Oh, we got a lot of doubles here. What the qua? Yay. Okay, well. Okay, Sag. A lot of happiness, a lot of clarity coming forward for you, a lot of illumination on things that you maybe hadn't seen previously. There is this element of the karmic wheel moving forward for you in a positive way, you having positive feelings about your self-worth and how you show up in the world, who you are, okay? I feel like your money is also looking good at this time. You have literally King of Pentacles twice here, okay? So I would say monetary stability is something that you currently are having, or you're seeing an uptick in finances towards the end of January. You may be getting more of this. You may be embodying more of this energy, just kind of this stable, calm vibe. With Four of Wands and Door to Romance. This is great. I'm seeing like milestones within a relationship dynamic for you. More love coming in. I see like celebrating. I see you going to hang out with people and celebrate each other's kind of achievements and vibes and stuff together. Maybe you're going to be going to some sort of party, in which case you may meet someone if you are looking for that. This party is going to, yeah, someone's going to be there. I think that may be like a good suitor for you, or you're going to be meeting up with someone and just like this energy is so good. This is probably the best reading yet that I've had. Okay, Sagittarius, like you guys are looking good, my Jupiterian angels, because I think this is so great. Everyone's kind of had some difficulty, but yours is looking very positive. I do know that, yeah, there may be some conflict below the surface when it comes to what is budding emotionally. It may be hidden at this time, but these things are coming to an end. There's this type of like counterpart energy as well. I think that there is someone that you are entering a dynamic with either now or will soon be, and they are a good match for you, and you are seeing this show up in a positive way. Now, if there is nobody that you are currently seeing, you are just becoming more stable within yourself, balancing out maybe sides of yourself and how you acquire finances and stability, and like becoming more of a stable individual on both sides of the coin, right? Our ability to be receptive and take action. These things are being balanced out, and you are now just feeling the remnants maybe of what your personal work has been, which is allowing you to actually feel much more satisfied within life. There's stability right there is what we talked about. pulse, rest. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you've taken a rest and given yourself grace in certain scenarios that has allowed you to like see things from brand new eyes or something. I feel like it was after a period of indecision. Yeah, when it comes to like a broken heart, I feel like a couple of months ago, Sag, you guys were like, I don't know if I can like even do this, and now you're like, oh my god, I'm doing it and it feels amazing, or you know what I mean, like it's something like that. Like give yourself a pat on the back, because the energy that I felt previously really made a big difference from then. 8th house moon Capricorn. Yeah, like there's a deepening of emotions when it comes to your ability to be stable within dynamics with other people, and like actually just like solidifying things. Okay, I feel like there could be somebody that you are going the distance with, and feeling safe within that dynamic. If it's not somebody, it's just you feeling safe enough to go the distance with yourself and actually putting in what it is that you need to when it comes to growing what it is that you want. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Has this not been like 10 minutes or whatever? I don't think it has. Let me see this. Yeah, like there's a light being shed on your subconscious mind, right? That is just allowing you to be like, oh my god, what? Yeah, I think surrounding your fears, surrounding illusions actually are things that were keeping you chained and stuck. It's much more visible for you now to be like, oh my god, I didn't even realize that, but that. Like it's very, very clear for you recently. And this could be subconscious patterns as well as it is just addictions, okay, that you have. So that's like X, money, rock and roll, as I like to say. Yeah, and you're taking action right now, which is allowing you to feel much more confident within yourself. You're like executing your goals, and it's like allowing you to feel good inside, right? You may have just let things pile up, which you're no longer doing anymore. So that's not a thing that Sagittarius needs to worry about at this time. And look how good you're doing. Oops. Oh my gosh, man. If anybody's gossiping about this relationship or this dynamic that you have, because I think people may be gossiping about this person in you, you guys are going to be like overcoming that. Big time. Yeah, it's like done here. I feel like there could just be like an observation, like maybe people are just like observing you within a dynamic as well, and they're having like a change of a opinion about it. Like maybe previously there was like some form of like people being like, oh yeah, sure, when pigs fly or something. And now it's kind of like, hey, pigs are flying, so what's up with it? Remember? What was it you had to say when pigs fly? What was it? You're just feeling a lot more centered, a lot more happy, okay? And we got a lot of double confirmations within that. So thank you so much, Sagittarius. Don't forget to join me next time when we'll be talking about what's coming up, predictions for February. If you want to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. I would love to book a personal reading with you. If you want to follow me on socials, I have TikTok and I also have Instagram. Exact same handle. All right. Okay, so what's next? Capricorn. Okay, Capricorn, let's see what's going on for you this January. Capricorn. January. Capricorn. January. Capricorn. January. Capricorn. End of January. Capricorn. End of January. Ooh, Capricorn. End of January. We got Sun and we got King of Pentacles. Capricorn, end of January. Capricorn, end of January. Wowzers. This is good, I think. I think this is good. Capricorn, end of January here. I think you're feeling stable. I think you're feeling like, you want to give to others. This could have come after a period of possibly illness or a period of an ending of sorts that came in, okay? Were you like on and off with somebody or something? Am I seeing that? Yay or nay? Okay, Capricorn, end of January. You're taking action on your own happiness, which is something that you possibly have been neglecting. I have a feeling that you may have been like trying to, just do the things that you needed to do. That you knew you should do, not particularly because it made you happy or something. But now it's like you may be taking the time out to like outside of work to do the things that you want to do. Maybe you're actually getting to the bottom of things too or something like that. There could be this element of like if that makes sense to you, because that's what I heard. So obviously somebody is looking into something somewhere. And now's the time, okay? Now's the time to take action. Some of you might also take action in a lawsuit or something. I'm not quite sure. Or someone around you could be doing that. I'm not totally sure. Ow, my freaking foot. That hurt the way I was sitting. Youch. Okay. Ow. Sorry, guys. I need to get comfortable. I'm going on an hour and a half sitting in this chair. It's a stool. It's like a leather stool. Okay. Yeah. Clarity. Taking action surrounding your clarity. Taking action surrounding your happiness. Taking action around illuminating a situation. I feel like you're stepping into this element of, listen, you know how to set shit off, okay? You have the capabilities to do so. It's like you've gotten out of a bit of a hard time and now you're feeling like, okay, it's time to start doing what I'm doing when I'm doing it best. Yeah, there's new cycles within work as well. I think that you're starting to see your work pay off. You could have some more abundance coming in from contracts that you possibly did previously, or money coming in from you from working previously that is owed to you, but there's more collaborations coming in for you with other people, working with other people. Just kind of like you're seeing the fruits of your labor when it comes to your finances within your work and your collaborations with others. And I think that's really positive. If anything has gotten you tied up, you're going to be cutting your way out of that. Nothing is going to be keeping you stuck for long. I do have a feeling that you may have felt stuck previously in some sort of dynamic, okay? Maybe when it came to manifesting a certain scenario. What scenario is we talking about here? Or maybe just like being able to communicate something to someone. Oh, just like your own sovereignty, your own autonomy, like was in some way, were you being stifled by expectations of others? I feel like you were trying to integrate how you're going to come across to be like, hey, like, I know this is what you want from me, but I'm my own person and I kind of need this from myself, right? So there's that. Yeah, if you were tied up in any sort of contracts or something that was unfavorable, you're getting out of that. If you were tied up in any type of dynamics that were unfavorable, you're getting out of that. You're taking the action that you need. If anyone's coming up against you towards the end of the month, trying to say anything out of pocket, do anything to you, they're getting pwned. You're going to win. You're going to win, whatever that is. That dynamic, okay, you're going to be victorious in regards to it. People are not going to be punking you how they think they're going to be punking you this month. Just saying. End of January, like the fuck you thought. Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing in here. I don't think. They might freaking censor me. Yeah, let's release the old. Make way for the new. Okay? If somebody within a family dynamic here, there could be some healing within a community. You could feel like your community is your family, and there's going to be some healing in regards to this. Dreaming. Yeah, it's time to keep dreaming about exactly what your own sovereignty looks like to you. What does you in your full power look like without anyone imposing, without anybody having certain expectations of you, and how can you get there? Let's start dreaming about it. Let's start seeing. You are taking action now to do such things, but in the future when you have to, how is that going to also look? Yeah, because there's been some sort of like illusion surrounding your community, around your kind of immediate community. So that could be like siblings, neighbors, even like with some forms of learning, and like possible communication or interactions. There's been some element of illusion surrounding this, okay? Maybe the tenderness for which you thought people may have had for you is not specifically what they had for you of sorts, and this could be kind of, you could be seeing this and you could be thinking, oh, okay, like maybe I wasn't totally in the clear about things, and how can I get more control about, what this means to me, and to be able to avoid this from happening in the future, and like things like that. So that's what I'm seeing for you, Capricorn, for just the end of January here. We got like 5 days or something for this stuff to pop off. So thank you so much for watching. Are you buying a sword or something, or a knife? I don't know. But yeah, please don't forget to follow, comment, and subscribe. It's really helpful to me. As well as, sorry, I started to get a phone call. I'm like, what? As well as, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, please send me an email at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. And please visit my other pages, because I also post on there on TikTok and on Instagram. And yeah, I just have other pages with the exact same handle. So I would love to hear from you on those platforms as well. Thank you very much for hanging out. And we're going to be moving on to Aquarius. Hello, Aquarius. All right, let's get your reading for the rest of January. What's popping? What's popping, huh? What's popping? Oh, we're moving forward here. We've got Chariot. Okay, Aquarius, rest of January. Queen of Swords, Aquarius, rest of January. Oh, my goodness. We got Emperor, and we got... we got the Sun. Okay. Okay, then. Let's see, Aquarius, rest of January. Wow. Moon energy heavy. Rest of January. Oh, yeah, somebody's dialed in, though. You're tapped in. Oh, Aquarius. Okay. Gotcha. Let me see here. I feel like this is in regards to maybe not having the resources that you may need at the time, or feeling let down, feeling let down by someone, feeling left out by someone, and you're going to be communicating this, okay? I think that there's going to be healing brought to the situation, but there's this element of love that needs to be incorporated with it too. You are approaching this from a gentle standpoint, although you are quite stern, okay? So I'm kind of picking up on that a bit. Let's see what we see here. You're going to be moving forward here with maybe having an inkling about something. You might be starting to communicate something that you have an inkling about, okay? You're moving forward with a situation within your own life. I feel like you're shooting your shot, okay? There's this element of that. There's like a illumination. It's almost like it's the inkling, it's the inner knowing, and it's like not knowing it, but I actually think that you do know it. So I think whatever you have a hunch about, yeah. So you're about to shoot your shot, or you're shooting your shot last month of January when it comes to moving forward with whatever this is. It may be like some sort of contract, it may be some sort of deal, it may be some sort of agreement, right? But it didn't just, it takes you a while to get here. When it comes to the Chariot, right, it's the entrainment of the subconscious and the conscious mind and using both forces to move forward. And when we have Goddess of the Moon, this year is subconscious inner knowing forces, right? So yeah, your inner knowing is letting you move forward, is letting you be like, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and drive the Humvee straight into the side of the bank. You know what I'm saying? Just joking. I don't know what that's probably not totally relevant, but you know what I mean. It's that type of moving forward. And I feel like with whatever this is, you have something to say. You have some of the facts. You have some more of the facts than people know that you have. Okay. And, oh my gosh, Aquarius. Wow. Wow. I love this. Honestly, I'm like, cool. I'm like, go, yeah, do that. Because it's like you see something for what it is. And I think that you're setting boundaries surrounding something because there's been some sort of like spiritual download that you've gotten over this time that you've been like, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm seeing exactly what it is that's being done here. And I don't know if I'm going to keep myself within that without making changes, right? Because maybe there's a situation that you feel like it affects you in a way. And this could also be within love. Yeah. With broken heart, I mean, you're persevering. But like I said, someone's been letting you down in some way. And it's like, at this point, you're like, you got the blade and you're like, just, you have it, right? It's like having a conversation. Put the gun on the table. Keep talking, right? Keep talking. Don't even flinch. And everyone's like, oh, it's different now that the gun's on the table, is it? Well, I guess it is, but it shouldn't be. We can still have it's not like I'm planning on using it, but I'm just saying. But in this case, we're talking about a sword. I don't know where I'm going with it. You guys are taking me on a tangent here. There could be a father figure, an authoritative, or an Aries individual within your life that there may be some deceit surrounding, okay, that you're noticing in the end of January. This could possibly have to do with money. It seems like it's got to do with control. It seems like introspection would be helpful surrounding this for this person in some way. Let's see. Emperor. Just ish. Yeah, maybe there's this element of like regret. My light keeps doing that. This is driving me crazy. Maybe there's this element of like regret when it comes to putting your trust in a certain individual who maybe has this propensity to be very controlling and domineering. And it seems like they want things to be in kind of their favor. They want things to work to their advantage, and they're not necessarily doing what it is they should be doing when it comes to having equality within it. Now I'm seeing you shine a light on it because it's kind of like you may also just be calling out deceit currently that's happening within your life, in a way that is quite matter of fact, quite blunt, quite it is what it is. Now it shines light on this. Also, do be careful about the way in which you say this, because if things are elevated and things are heated, you may say some blunt things that you not necessarily, you might actually regret in the past saying it, or in the future, sorry. You might actually regret that a little bit. So just be wise of how we are speaking when, we can still be kind of stern without being snotty or, overbearing. I feel like I told you guys this last time. It's so funny though, because Aquarius do this all the time. And I get it. Like I have tons of Aquarius friends and I have Aquarius rising, so I understand. But yeah, there's this illuminates the situation and allows you to move forward with strategy. Towards the end of the month, you're going to be moving forward with a brand new strategy. Now, I will say that this is going to be a good milestone for you when it comes to confronting whatever this is, because it gives you clarity, and you may have to move in a new direction, which may lead to a little bit more of a stressful, kind of burdensome time for you. But I do think that it is worth it, to be able to speak your truth. after this illumination, there's a choice that can be made, right? One direction to the next. I think that you're going to choose the path of love, understanding lovingly. You may take a break. There may be an ending, okay, of some sort. But I am seeing you take the path of love regardless. It's not like you have hate in your heart. Yeah, I think you're going to be hearing someone out for what it is that they're saying. I think that you're going to be agreeable. Once people are accountable for things, it's like, okay, you know. Yeah, and integrating forgiveness and informing somebody and also supporting their ability to change. And, you know, flexibility regarding the matter. So I hope that that made sense for you, my dearest. You may be seeing a 144, which can be further confirmation for you. Yeah, this is surrounding communication, surrounding maybe overgiving within relationships, and how your pleasures and dating life kind of shows up, as well as creativity, and maybe even children could be relevant too. Okay, so that is the rest of January for you, Aquarius. Thank you so very much. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please go ahead and email me at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com, because I'm reworking my website at this time. And of course, they've locked me out because, you know, it's just the type of luck I'm having lately. But stay tuned. I will be back for more predictions for February. And if you want to follow me on my other socials, I have TikTok and I have Instagram. Awesome. Love you so much. Thank you for joining me. And we're going to move on to the final reading of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. My light went out because my camera is being silly. All right, Pisces, let's see what's going on for you for the end of January. 8 of Pentacles. You could be working a lot. End of January for Pisces. 4 of Cups. Pisces. End of January. Ooh, Knight of Cups. Whoa, 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. There you are, Pisces. There you are, Pisces. You're showing up very action-oriented towards the end of the month. I am seeing you celebrate maybe with friends and family. There could be an element of harvest coming in. There's like this joyous kind of energy that is surrounding you towards the end of the month here, despite some emotions like 4 of Cups. Like there could be a bit of worry. I feel like this is dissociation. I'm picking up on a sense of dissociation for you. 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you're going to be working a lot towards, maybe you've been guided to just work more or spend more time at work. However, I do also think that you may be putting in work to become more of a bit of a more spiritually in tune. I'm not even saying that you're not already. I think that now you're just trying to put more intention behind it, put a name to the ways and things that you've been feeling and what you've been doing. Do you know what I mean? All right, Pisces. So you have adjacent possibilities here. I think that maybe you are regretting not making a certain move or something that was done. There are certain possibilities available for you at this time. There are many doors that you can walk through. And I do think that you may be feeling a little bit stuck within a moment. I do think that you may be feeling like there's a black cloud somewhat over top of you at certain points, in which case I do think that that's when you emotionally check out. There are adjacent possibilities that you could have at the forefront of your mind when it comes to something, and maybe all the things that you can do. Something to do with doors as well. Many doors. And so yeah, it's just kind of looming over you. You are detached from this though, okay? So I don't really know. You're kind of doing that Pisces dissociation thing. It seems like as well within love that there may be some deceit within a love offer here, and we want to figure out what that's about. So there seems to be some hidden things in regards to love, because there is something to do with boundaries needing to be set. Maybe you're noticing inconsistencies of sorts and you're feeling the need to call them out. You're noticing some things being hidden behind the scenes or something in regards to... Now, Okay, now that being said, I just think there's a bit of unhealthiness. I think what you're maybe noticing behind the scenes is actually more of like subconscious patterns coming forward that are causing you to think things that maybe are not totally rooted in fact, okay? And I don't want to say that because it's like that's what's coming up, but at the same time, I know things are hidden, but I think it's just the subconscious forces that are currently hidden within your dynamic at this time. And I think they're causing you to feel disconnect with your partner, or disconnect with love, disconnect with the people around you, okay? And it has to do with your heart chakra. You're dissociating though. I'm getting this energy of you dissociating a lot during the last month, which it's like, yeah, it's helpful in those moments, but long term it's not really helpful because we can't really get to where we need. You are staying balanced emotionally, though. I'm seeing, yes, this is how you stay balanced. There could have been something that happened that really makes you think and be like, wait, is this like what I want? Is this what I, am really here to deal with, here to do? It's kind of giving that, but I feel like there will be a heart opening in some way. Yeah, there's just something about going over the facts, going over kind of marshaling your resources, waiting things out. There is a type of journey within a love dynamic as well. There's an element of indecision. However, I am seeing you move forward with this because I think if you are in a love dynamic at this time, this person is someone that brings you a lot of deep happiness. There's just a bit of cloudiness when it comes to subconscious energies. That could be from you or both of you, right? Where dealing with other people is not always sunshine resonance. Oh my God, can this stop? Can these stop falling? I can't. Oh, it's been like almost 2 hours. I've been sitting in this chair though, so... And my light went off because apparently it's getting worse and worse. But yeah, there's something to do with resonance. I just think that maybe you might not be resonating with a certain situation in your life or a certain thing in your life, and you're going to be informing someone and they're going to be listening to you. And this could be surrounding love. There's something that you're not resonating with any longer. Now, obviously, this can be platonic love, or it doesn't have to be super romantic, but I know that you're going to be communicating something that no longer feels like it resonates with you any longer, and you're going to need to be telling someone about it. You're going to tell someone about the situation. They're going to listen to you. And I think that it's going to help you grow as a dynamic, whatever your relationship is. Yeah, it's got to do with the way that we show up, our expansion, how we're doing things, kind of like actually the innards of a situation as well. Not just the outer layer, but also going deeper to the heart and the way that something functions within, checking out the cogs within a dynamic and being sure that the cogs are not rusted, being sure that the cogs are, their structural integrity is also good. So yeah, it's kind of something within relationship dynamics of sorts in that way, okay? So thank you very, very much, Pisces. That is what I see for you for the end of January. Please stick around and for February's prediction. And if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at snakepetalhealing@gmail.com. And yeah, don't forget to follow me on my other socials, which are Instagram and TikTok. All right. Peace and love, and I will catch you next time.